Hi guys, welcome to another Sea of Conquest video. My name is Lightbringer and today I want to talk with you about how to build your entire fleet. As an example, as your mini ships. For last video, I'll talk about flagship, what you should use because it's a standard use. In this video, I will show you how to build your other ships, but keep in mind this is in my uh, personal fleet, so you might have or may not have trinkets that I have or heroes that I have. Okay, I want to cover some things, but in general I want to point out what you want to look for in building your entire fleet and which is the best in my opinion for fleets, trinkets, and heroes, and so on. Okay, I want to make this short, so let's start. First thing first, keep in mind that I am a free-to-play player. This may not be those lineups may not be in your case because maybe you are a spender or not, but it can work for spenders too. It really depends on the preference. I want to show you some reports that I took a couple minutes ago because I was tested for this video, and I want to explain. Okay, in this video, I used one set of equipment that I will show, and this one was a tanky setup, this one was a full critic setup, and this one was a balanced setup, and I will explain. For me, the best setup that works is a debuff setup. What that debuff setup means? First thing first, you need to look on your heroes. What do you have? You already, assuming you are using a debuff hero like Cursed on your flagship, so this one is a debuffer. Another debuffer that you can use, okay, it's not like a really big debuffer, but it's Molly, mainly for her first skill because it will inflict severe wounded on target and weakness. The target will deal less damage and they will have less healing. So this is another great debuffer for your flagship. Also, if you have Adeline, she uh, she is gonna break some shields. Her first skill, no, so her second skill, sorry, will broke the shield. Okay, so how am I going to set up my debuffer ship? This is working for me being a free-to-play player because I cannot keep up the pace in damage with higher people, but it do the job for overall gang. Okay, because this is not a personal game, it's a gang game. I will use first ship, I will use Warhammer because I just crafted it and I had luck to get it legendary. I don't have bones. I know maybe bones will be perfect for this ship because it's a cutthroat ship, but I managed to pull up some skills for my ship, like this one. This ship deals 7% more damage. Also, not this one. The third one is a pretty good shield, pretty good stat, increasing the ship attack with 4% and critical damage with 4%. This overall is good. I'm not gonna mention ultimate skill, which is this, because it's only for cutthroat damage and also splashing damage. So how am I gonna start? First thing first, I'm gonna put Ophelia in my case here because she's a good champion. She's already maxed out level 18 and I've unlocked her first 3 skills. That is perfectly good for me at the moment. I will use Ophelia. Next one, I'm gonna put Kilanting. Usually, in my opinion, if you go with full artillery build, like Sharky, Kilanting, and Ophelia, you might wanna swap Kilanting with Oscar. Why is that? Mainly because Oscar, although it's an epic hero, he deals damage to entire enemy fleet, not only a single ship. Okay, so for overall AoE damage, it's better Oscar. But as you prefer, as you have heroes, in my opinion, I have both, but I will show you what I am using on the ship and why I am going with Kilanting. So I put her here. Your fleet always needs a healer, so you might go with 2 healers, depends on your preferences, but in my opinion, I had lucky to pull out last 4 openings on normal couches. I got a lot 4 times Cordelia, so I will use her because she's my highest healer. In the past, I went with Cordelia and Lulu. Lulu is also a very good healer. She's the main replacement for Kojo on the cutthroat build, in my opinion. So I will have a healer. This is the current setup for my Warhammer. Okay, this is what I am using, and this is what is working. Next hero lineup assignment. Next one, I will use Stormbringer, and I will use blazing heroes on Stormbringer. Why? Because when I crafted, I had luck to put to get a legendary Stormbringer, and I had luck to get all three 4 skills with blazing. So in my case, I will use also, although I see a lot of guys go with drowning on Stormbringer, but in my case I will use blazing because I have a lot of blazing damage from ship's skills. So for the blazing, you can go with Lester, but if you don't have Lester, keep in mind that even Zola is an epic, not epic, sorry, an normal commander. Okay, she is very good for dealing blazing damage. Okay, she is really good. So put her if you don't have Lester. Doesn't matter if people say haha, you have a normal hero. The next hero that I'm using is gonna be Tanaka. That's a season 2 exclusive hero. He is very good on dealing blazing damage, and also his first skill is very good because attacks all 5 ships. Okay, if you don't have Tanaka and you are in season 1, assuming you are in season 1 or maybe even in season 2, but in season 2 you get Tanaka for free, okay, by completing Saga. I will show you in a moment. So if you go into season 2, you go to Saga, here you get Tanaka and his trinket for free. Okay, so but if you still don't have it and you don't know it, then the replacement for Tanaka is Will. That is also doing a great blazing damage. Okay, the third one that I will use, this is my high damage ship. Okay, so every fleet needs to have, in my opinion, 1 or 2 debuff and 1 high damage ship. Okay, in my case will be blazing because I got lucky pulling out Tanaka, Lester, and pretty high enough. Okay, this is my damage ship. This one I want to keep alive in fights as much as I can because it deals the highest damage. The next one and the last one in my fleet building is gonna be a drowning set. Okay, so hear me out. In my opinion, if you want to use blazing or drowning, those two builds goes very good one with each other. Okay, because both of them have this skill. Where is it, Ned? Yes, damage over time. So all 6 or 7 heroes that are drowning or blazing have this um, damage over time stat. Okay, so if you want to maximize your entire damage profit, it might be a good choice to combine. So you have drowning and blazing in the same fleet. Okay, this is my case. As I said, I am using it and is working really, really good. For the drowning set, the bad part is that you only have one captain, that is Barnacles. Okay, if you don't have Barnacles, you can also go with Cordelia on this setup, or you can go with, if you want to be a little tanky, you can go with Kirstead, but I don't recommend. If you don't have Barnacles, in my opinion, it is not good for going with drowning. So this is only if you have Barnacles. For the first mate position, I will go with Molly. Why is that? I will go with Molly mainly because she is very high already for me. She will debuff and she makes a perfect combination with the drowning set. I will show you in a moment. So I will go with Molly. I went with Eileen. This is the third champion for drowning. I went with Eileen, but I found it later that it's more valuable to go with I find more value going with Molly, in my opinion. So I put Molly here. The gunner position will go with to Adeline. Okay, so Adeline only 2 stars, but it is way better than Mad Dogs. Okay, if you don't have Adeline, that's a season 2 exclusive champion, you can put Mad Dog in that position. It will do the job. Okay, after you assign your heroes and see which one has an interaction with which one, and you have an overall view of your ship, now you must put your trinkets. I always recommend put your highest trinkets on the heroes that you use in Rogue Rumble, okay? Because all 5 heroes, those are the ones you want to prioritize in order to upgrade them. Okay, first thing first, I had luck to get 2 spyglasses, so I'm gonna use a spyglass on Ophelia for increasing total attack of the ship, because remember, Cordelia heals the ship equal to 96% of her ship attack. So higher percentage of attack means higher percentage of healing. Okay, this is really important. You will see a big difference by putting a healer on a high attacking ship. So I am using Ophelia with Killanting that has hook. This is the best I can pull it out. Okay, and I'm using elixir for one simple reason. I always suggest going full attack on full heroes, so attack trinkets on all heroes, but because I'm running a debuff build, this is my personal preference on using elixir, mainly because of the bonus. When the ship under the wielder's command launches a basic attack, there's a 30% chance probability that the wielder will restore 16 rage to a allied ship with a high attack in the fleet. So what that does mean, already this ship will be my highest attack ship from all 4 ships, and there is a chance that I will get more rage and I will heal more and more. Okay, the Cordelia skill of healing will fire more often in a fight. For the other ones, as you can see, I'm running Hook except Tanaka because I got his exclusive trinket. There is also a better version of this sword for Tanaka, which is this one, but I didn't had any luck pulling it out yet. Also for Ophelia there is a special trinket for Bones, for Griffin, and for Adeline. I didn't had any luck pulling this out. Okay, this is my opinion. This is what you should use on your heroes, and as I said, prioritize maxing out 5 trinkets that you use on heroes from Rogue Rumble. Okay, now into the ship setup. So this ship that has one healer, you always want to go with Blade of Freedom. No matter what people say, you always want to go with Blade of Freedom because it will increase ship's attack with 80%. That is a lot of attack. That is a lot of heal in the end. So I'm going to use Blade of Freedom. Always go with the higher ones because are better than the lower ones. This is very important. For the head, you always go with critical rate. Okay, there can be some crit damage or let me see if I can have a yes critical resistance. No, go with critical rate is better because you want to crit as much as you can in order to deal high damage. For the sail, in my opinion, I see people running some HP, but in my opinion, armor bonus is better than HP bonus for your fleet. Yes, you can go with HP and have a lot of HP, but that doesn't mean it will add tankiness to your fleets. Armor is just better for longer fights. And for the wheel, always try to find in this case you can go with attack bonus, but what you want to find is this one with the damage. Damage is always good, is the best stat you can get on the wheel, but I am gonna use attack bonus, and I explain it why. Because I want as high a total attack as I can have, so the healing should be really strong. Okay, for the Stormbringer from the Blazing lineup, mainly if you want, here is a choice. I will give you a choice, or maybe 2 or 3 choices. It depends on what you feel you want to go or what parts you have. Okay, so first thing first, if you wanna go a debuff set like I'm going, you can use Banquet of Burning Crown, sorry. So why you use Burning Crown? Because at 4 pieces, the target ship subjected to burning inflicted by you will deal less damage. So keep in mind, I pointed out in the early of this video that I have Cursed and Molly. Those two are already a debuffers, okay? So adding Burning Crown will make much more debuff for enemy ships. So I will take less damage from enemy ships. Here again, for the set, you go with critical rate, attack. Here, if you can have damage, you can pull it out, but I don't have one, so I'm gonna use attack bonus. And of course, on the sale, if you have one with the armor. I don't have one with the armor right now. I have only with double HP, so I'm gonna use this one until I get an armor one. So after you put it like this in a debuff roll, okay, you go to your last debuff ship, and here I'm gonna use Ruptor of the Abyss. And why is that? Burning Crown makes you take less damage from enemy ships, and drowning will make you deal more damage to enemy ships, 10% more damage to enemy ships. So they complete each other, okay? They complete each other. So I'm gonna use the drowning set here, like this. Here I had luck to pull out the only Raptor of the Abyss wheel with damage, so it's really, really, really good. And this ship is already a good debuff ship because I have the set for it. I have Molly's skill for it, less damage and less healing, and also I have Adeline here for less for breaking the shields. Okay, so this is the current setup that I'm using, and I want to point out what you can change if you don't have. If you feel like you don't need to be so you don't need to have a debuff role on your team, then you can replace blazing with full Blade of Freedom set. This is a full attack set. This works very good, even better than blazing set in my case. It works very good, but I want and I like the tankiness that my current setup gives. Okay, I'm very tanky and I can help my teammates when we brawl or fight and so on. Okay, you can go Blade of Freedom set, okay, full Blade of Freedom set, or if you want only to be a little bit tanky, you don't care about any debuff, any things, you can go with 2 pieces of Sovereign of the Sea. Okay, you can go 2 pieces of Sovereign of the Sea. You will get the ship's armor by 15% more. This is already good because I mentioned it. I prefer and I think armor is better than HP on mini ships. It will add more tankiness, and with 2 pieces from blazing because you will increase blazing by 8%. This is very good. It combines both stats that you only need on your ships. Okay, but as I said, in my opinion, this one works perfectly for me. Okay, why is it working? Because you may ask, okay, why do you go like this or like that? Okay, mainly because now I'm gonna talk about some things for season 2 players. This one will not be in season 1 players or lineups. Okay, mainly because this one here you have a lot of gems that gives you extra attack on your ships. Okay, so why do I pull my fleet like that? Is mainly because I search what gems do I have, I analyze them, and then I builded my fleet. Okay, according to what gems do I have. So for the damage type, this one, for the damage type, I only had luck to pull burning damage, if you can see. Okay, I have here some plus 16 with taking on water damage and burning damage, but in a sense the higher ones are better and my higher ones are only burning damage. So I choose to put all 4 of these so I can deal a lot of burning damage. The next one you want to use is this. All 3 lineups from here use impact bonus. Okay, use total impact. So what you want to do is go to your season specialization and look for impact rubies. Okay, so I had luck to pull out 2 rubies with impact bonus. I added them up and I had luck pulling out crit damage. Crit damage is not better than crit rate, but I don't have any crit rate high enough, so I consider going crit damage for now until I can get one of these plus 20. okay? Until I get one of these plus 20, I'm gonna go with crit damage. For the green ones, I always use armor, okay? Whenever I can I put armor. Here I have only 3 plus 20 armor and 1 HP bonus. So I want to come back to this because this one was the test ones. So here on this one I had the mixed set that I currently presented to you with 2 blazing set or 2 drowning set with Sovereign of the Sea set. This was the damage that they pulled up, and you can see that I only had 19 dead sailors. For the next one here, I went with Blade of Freedom set. This one was very squishy in my case, but dealt a lot more damage for my third mini ship. Here I went with Yamata set. I didn't present you Yamata set because I just figured it out. It is not worth it building or waiting for that Yamata set, and it's just not working as it should. And here is the set with burning, full drowning, full Blade of Freedom for the healing. This is the set, and this is the damage they've pulled up. If you can see, the damage is almost there with drowning and blazing. All through I run all blazing damage on rubies. Okay, so this is my lineup. This is what you should look when you build your fleet. It's a lot of processing, it's a lot of thinking in my opinion, but I hope it helped you a little bit, and you go right away, check your heroes, check your trinkets, check your equipment, and try to build, try to make an idea and build as I presented to you how to build your ships, what you should look for and what you should build. Okay, as I said, it's at this point of the game on, let me see, 83 days. Okay, this is a personal preference. If you want to go with more damage, you can go always Blade of Freedom, because Blade of Freedom is just better for dealing more damage. If you want to be tanky, if you want to survive, maybe you don't have much sailors and you are I don't know, helping your team take sentry towers or taking objectives, okay, then you can go with a tanky setup with 2 pieces of each special damage type and 2 pieces of sov. But if you feel like you can pull out a really good debuff set, you can go also with the debuff set. Okay, let me see if I can pull up a good report from here. This may vary from person to person. It really depends about crit rate and crit damage and so on. Okay, but this set really works for me, and you saw the damage there. There it is. This is working for me. I hope this video helped you and you go right away, change your fleet, change your setup and test it out. And let me know in the comments if you find it very useful. See you next time. Bye bye.